we're kicking off another thrilling day here at the Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Ako po si Quinn Barcorsi at courtside at your service. Maya-maya lamang po ay makakasama ko rin sina Jong Panerio and sina Joland Lim. It's a triple header day today, kaya naman super action-filled talaga. First, it's the Southern Showdown. Dasmarinas Monarchs taking on the Binyan Tatakjel. Mamaya naman pong 3 p.m. makakasama natin ang Marikina Lady Shoemasters at Pasay Lady Voyagers. And to close our day right, makakasama rin po natin ang Quezon Tangerines at San Juan Lady Knights. We're live here at the Bacoor Strike Gymnasium in the heart of Cavite. Kaya kung malapit lang po kayo dito, punta na po kayo dito sa Bacoor Strike Gymnasium. Makisaya na po kayo, witness the action. Kung hindi nyo naman po kayang pumunta, tumutok lang kayo and catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusop.com. Your game, your community. So join now. Powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partners, Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. It's our 15th game day dito po sa MPVA. Round 2 na po ng ating elimination. Kaya kung wala po kayong gagawin this Thursday, tara na po dito again sa Strike Gymnasium. Diba? Makisena kayo, witness the action. Marami pang pwedeng mangyari sa ating standing, sa ating mga laro. Kaya naman, samahan nyo na kami dito. Diba? Sabi nga nila, the more, the merrier. Witness the action unfold here at the MPVA.
And action continues here as we open the round 2 of the 2025 MPVA, and 6 teams are marching their way here in the marching band capital of the Philippines, of course, Bacoor. And right now, to kick off our triple header ngayon, we can see Lams Lamina of Dasmarinas, of course, a cerebral assassin of Dasma, going against one of the top scoring setter we have here in the tournament, Dumasig of Arellano Binyan. Today marked the opening of our round 2 area in the MPV. A lot could actually happen here, and we begin that. What a way to start off our round 2. But of course, Dasmarinas Monarch, the undefeated team going against the top 3 team, Binyan, Arellano, Tatakjel. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. My name is John Panerio, and of course, here with me is Joland Lim. Joland, you know, the last time these two squad met, actually, Dasmarinas wrapped up round 1 with a very impressive win. Well, this is a different story right now, Joland, round 2, but I'm really sure that, you know, these two squads has all the makings in making another thrilling showdown this afternoon.
Well, definitely. Actually nga, dito sa round 2 na to, may isa na ring panalo itong si Dasmarinas natin, which happened last Saturday, and that was over the Caloocan AM Spikers. Although kahit na nanalo nga sila 3-1, it was not a smooth sailing as they probably would have liked. They dropped set 1 actually. The second time they dropped the set in this whole tournament. Pero kahit na ganun nga, they still have 8 wins in their pockets, topping the standings. Pangalawa nga dito ang reigning champions natin, Quezon Tangerines, with 7 wins, 1 loss. Sunod naman dito ang kalaban nga ng Dasmarinas today, which is Binyan Tatakjel Arellano, with 5 wins, 2 losses. Fourth naman natin ay ang Pasay. Fifth is Negros, and then we go to San Juan, who are both fighting for their spot actually dito sa postseason natin. Then we have the Marikina Lady Shoemasters with 1 win, and ang ating naghahanap pa nga ng unang panalo nila dito sa MPVA na ang Caloocan AM Spikers.
Well, definitely. Well, Dasmarinas, obviously, Joland, they actually have a very comfortable standing right now. Immaculate record here so far in the MPVA. But right now, let's take a look on the previous meeting itong Dasmarinas at ang Binyan. You know what's funny, Jillian, is that the first meeting of these two squads was actually the last game of our round 1. And as we can see on the statistics, Jillian, there is a 3-sets victory of Dasmarinas. And of course, no sets to none here for Binyan.
I think nga tumatagintingan yung set numbers natin dito, 3-0, as well as the scores per set. Kita naman natin, set 1 was 25-10, set 2, 25-18, set 3, 25-13. Medyo nga talagang may pagka-lopsided nga dito. Even in attacks, tingnan natin, 39 attacks ng Dasmarinas Monarchs versus yung 23 nga nitong Binyan Tatakgel. Tapos ito, tingnan natin ang blocks, 6-0 from Binyan Tatakgel. Sa aces din, nagpaulan nga itong Dasmarinas. Tapos sa errors, medyo tabla-tabla silang konti, but Binyan made some costly errors that ultimately also cost them the win.
Well, obviously, it is Dasmarinas in all scales showing mastery and dominance dito over Binyan's attacking, setting, and even on blocking and receiving. Number 1 dito ang Dasmarinas. But right now, let's take a look on the player who actually played really well during their last match. And the good thing about here for Dasmarinas, Dylan, is that everybody could actually become a superstar. But this time, we have Pat Salazar during round 1 kontra Binyan, nagtala ng 11 points.
Exactly, Pat Salazar nga with 9 attacks, 1 block, and 1 ace to make up that 11 points. Pero alam mo, as you said, everybody nga was able to step up dito sa Dasmarinas squad natin. We actually have 3 players who finished in double figures. Pero in the end, itong consistency at effort ni Pat Salazar ang nagpatawag sa kanya na Queen of the Court.
Definitely. And I think that made Dasmarinas really very scary. Aside from they have a really very deep bench, and any player could actually step up and rise into the occasion. But tignan naman natin ngayon, of course, here for Binyan, sino bang, I'm lacking out of good words, of superlatives to describe how good Laika Tudlasan here in the MPVA, Jillian.
Definitely, stand out nga itong performance ni Laika Tudlasan. Kasi kung sabi nga natin sa Dasmarinas, 3 players sina sa double digits. Dito naman, medyo baliktad yung story for Binyan Tatakgel, where 3 players lang ang nakaungos sa 5 points, and it was only Laika Tudlasan who was able to put up 9 points all in attack. So talagang she did lead the charge, and let's see today if her effort will be enough to win over this undefeated Monarchs, or if may iba pa bang magsa-step up for sa Arellano.
Well, let's find out, Gilan. Right now there's really a lot of stories. There's so much hype here in this match, but right now let's turn you over to Queen Bacarse. Queen.
Calm yet visibly tired nang pumunta ako sa side nitong Dasmarinas Monarchs. Kitang-kita na yung pagod sa kanila. Sabi nga ni na coach, games keep coming. So coming one after another. Dahil naglalaro sila dito sa MPVA, sa main league nila, and also sa other league. So naglaro sila nung Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, pahinga lang ng Friday, then Saturday, Sunday, Sabado ulit. At ngayon, nandito sila. Kaya fatigue starts to set in, di ba? Pero sabi ni na coach, lalaban pa rin daw sila dahil wala silang magagawa eh. On the other side, para naman sa Binyan Tatakgel na kung medyo nakapagpahinga sila netong weekend. Pero it's not the first time they will face Dasmarinas, kaya naman pinaghandaan daw talaga nila ito. So, we'll see which team turns momentum or recovery at their advantage heading into today's game. Jong and Delan.
Thank you, Quinn. For sure, Jilan, Quinn, both team must have been really preparing here in this match, especially that we are opening the round 2 of the MPVA. And just like that, Jilan, we're already like 1 month playing here in the MPVA, and right now, Dasmarinas still immaculate record. But Binyan, dalawang talo pa lang, but still making it to the top 4. And right now, if you really wanted to watch here of the MPVA, you can catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusup.com. Your game, your community, join now, powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks, of course, to our media partner, Smart Sport and Puso, Pilipinas.
Starting for our match number 32, our officials. First referee, Mr. Paul Promio. Second referee, Mr. Daniel Guillen. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the second season of Manny Pacquiao's Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association ang Liga para sa lahat. This is the first match of our triple header game. A game between the Dasmarinas Monarchs versus Binyan Tatakjel Arellano Lady Chiefs. And now let's meet the starting six for both teams. Let's start for your Dasmarinas City Monarchs. They're led by their team captain, outside hitter number 6, Evangeline Alinsug. Together with their teammate, opposite hitter number 1, Natasha Bombida. Middle blocker number 10, Alexa Mata. Setter number 13, Camila Lamina. Middle blocker number 17, Minerva Maya. Outside hitter number 19, Celine Marsh. And their libero number 20, Icy Cipada. Head coach Regine Diego. And now let's meet the opposed team, your Binyan Tatakjer Arellano Lady Chiefs. Led by their middle blocker number 2, Samantha Tira Tira. Outside hitter number 7, Laika Tudlasan. Outside hitter number 10, Marian Padillon. Setter number 15, Catherine Dumasi. Middle blocker number 16, Kaisley Punsalon. Opposite hitter number 18, Crisanta Serviran. And their first libero number 6, Kea Pablo. Head coach, Coach Roberto Javier.
Well, here for Dasmarinas, usual suspect, familiar faces here. Starting here for Dasma and for Binyan, of course, usual suspect. But is that Servidad will start off over Villaflores dito for Binyan. Well, right now, Jiland, you know, there's really a lot of matchups. Head-to-head matchup here for Dasmarinas and Binyan on your screen, of course. Still in Marsh going against, of course, you have Padillon here. One of, I must say, greatest outside hitters that we have here. Of course, this will not be possible without the great playmaking of Dumasig and Lamina. There's really a lot to be excited for here in this match as we start off our round 2 here between Dasmarinas and Binyan, where they serve here coming from Lams Lamina. You know, Jilan, sabi ko nga, I mean, this really very important here for Dasmarinas and for Binyan because this could actually set a tone for the rest for the remaining games of the round 2 here for both squads.
Definitely, kasi nga sabi nga natin, actually itong both squads, they are both school-based nga naman.
Yeah.
So nandyan na yung chemistry nilang dalawa. It just comes down to a matter of kung kaya ba nilang ipakita yun sa court today. Sino ba ang mas magaling dito na mag-a-adjust sa isa't isa considering the pool of talent that we are seeing here.
And I like the word. I couldn't agree more. With the chemistry, you cannot question the gelling already, Jilan. It's really a matter of who will execute well. But meanwhile here, I mean, error from the side of Dasmarinas, and there is a 2-0 advantage here in favor dito for Binyan.
Actually, alam naman natin na itong Dasmarinas, when they do get their engine running, napaka-unstoppable nila. But I think what has been holding them back, even in yung game nga nila nung Sabado, was actually the errors.
Oh, yeah.
Yun yung nagpatalo sa kanila nung isang set na yun versus Caloocan.
Well, let's see if they can minimize their errors. But meanwhile dito, kita naman natin, well, this a very good defense for both squads. And going back to Jillian, no? I mean, on their... Oh, there is a facial here coming from Tudlasan. Tudlasan firing as early as now, but error here on the side of Binyan.
Medyo mababa yung set na
Oo.
yun, ano. Medyo it was too hard for the hitter to adjust doon. Kaya naman yung blocker natin, nakaabang na talaga. Nakita nila yung bola kung gaano kababa yun and they were just able to stop yung hitter natin.
Well, both squads, Jilan, already have a fair share of error, 1 error apiece. But going back during their first meeting, which is the last game of our round 1, I mean, that is really a very dominant performance dito on the side of Dasmarinas. But meanwhile, Binyan starting really fine here.
Look at that play again. And nga, just hitting it straight towards the blocker's hands. Medyo hindi masyadong tight sa net nga itong blocker natin. Kaya nakalusot ang bola nitong Binyan.
Well, I like how Binyan actually starting this game. But meanwhile, that is an error here for Tudlasan.
Early in the set, I think we really are going to see a lot of service errors dito kasi nga naman mahirap mag-adjust, of course, sa bagong court. It's the lights, it's the height of the ceiling. Medyo tinatansya-tansya mo pa yung serves mo eh.
And of course, one of, formidable middle blockers that we have here in this tournament, of course, Alexi Mata. But meanwhile, Padillon has been denied. Pupunta dito kay Servidad. And of course, Servidad stepping up big time here for Villaflores. Celine Marsh, that will still be alive. Evangeline Sog, combination play. That will be for Bombita.
Bomba nga talaga yung pinasabog ni Bombita doon. You could see talaga yung approach niya, that elevation that she gets. And of course, syempre yung force that she hits the ball. Ganda talaga ng approach niya na yun.
And I think it's so good. We have to see it twice. Faye Bombita. And you know, ito Jilan, pag nakikita ko to si Faye Bombita, it reminds me how old I am. I mean, just way back like 2-3 years ago, kino-cover ko pa yung high school volleyball nito sa Naga College Foundation. And right now, playing for NU and for Dasmarinas. Lamina, Celine Mars adjusting. Another opportunity here for Badillon. Reloading, Dumasig to tira-tira. Denied there coming from Aya.
Lands right inside the court ng Binyan, unfortunately for them. But ayun nga, even just with one blocker, Maaya was enough to stop that attack.
And for the past games dito ng Dasmarinas, it is actually their second stringers. Starting off here for Dasma, and right now with the insertion of this familiar faces for Dasmarinas, yung usual suspect nila. Well, let's see how this set will turn out. But meanwhile, nakailang error na dito ang Dasma.
I think it's a testament nga to how deep this Dasmarinas bench is. I think every game you're going to see different players on the court. Iba't ibang kombinasyon talaga yan.
And also, let's not forget naman dito, Jilan, no, itong Binyan, they could have a chance actually to, to get a win over to our defending champion. But meanwhile, how about that quick attack coming from Chami Maya?
No blockers there from Maaya. Naiwasan niya talaga yun eh. Diretsong-diretso into the court. Take a look at that. Actually, may blockers, pero they were just late to yung speed ni Maya.
And of course, that was a power spike presented by Smart Power. All 9-9 load now. And that's what you get, Jilan, if you have a very good first ball.
Exactly. You're able to execute that very perfect fast play.
But Punsalan was able to get a check there for Dasmarinas. And well, we know that ito, Jilan, yung Dasma, really very powerful. And if you were Binyan, of course, sometimes if you cannot outpower your opponent, why not outsmart them? And I think that's what Punsalan did on that previous play.
Exactly. A lot of smart plays that we're seeing here because it's not just yung mga super spike, but it's also the tips, yung mga off-speed, yung mga setter dumps pa nga minsan that really get the better of the other team.
Exactly. So, that's, those were just few of the reasons why this match is really very interesting, Gilan. Aside from, school-based chemistry is not an issue here. Meanwhile, Maaya, Dumasag, reloading ito, Padillon. Celine Marsh, what a defense here. Joust won by Chami Maya.
Quick thinking there from Maaya using her height to just get to that ball. Tapos ang ganda rin ng placement niya eh. She didn't just put the ball on the other side of the court. Pero yun, may pagpatagilid pa nga na wrist action dun eh.
Well, good eye there coming from Chami. Well, already a couple of points here for Chami. Isa pa to si Celine Marsh. Ano? Pag nakita ko to, she makes me feel I'm so old talaga.
Di naman, experience lang yan.
Oh, just been covering her high school volleyball and right now, ito yun.
Sinasali pa nga ata
Sinasali
tayo.
ata tayo mamaya.
Grabe, what a gorgeous back hit dun from Celine March. Kita mo naman nahirapan talaga yung receiver there na sagutin yun.
Diba? Service ko, palo ko by Celine Marsh. Why not? Celine Marsh still on deck to serve here for Dasma. Dumaasig back row there coming from Tudlasan. Maaya. Bomb set here to Vanj. Simple volleyball down the line kill there coming from Vanj Alinsug. And because of that, that will give us our first technical timeout. Dasmarinas again. Vanj Alinsug. Textbook volleyball on that down the line kill again. Will lead us our first technical timeout here. 8-6.
Projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy! Simply reliable, for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Team Dasma will be missing Kate Makasait and Sam Cantada. Kate
Still
has an exam
serving.
to attend while Sam is still in Bahrain for the
Celine
Asian Youth Games. Despite that, the team stays composed, using their consecutive games as both training and preparation. With a tight schedule, fatigue and injuries are real concern. Coach Ray Di Maculangan even joked that if a genie appeared,
And that
he'd
ball
wish
is
for a
in.
month of
Point
rest to recover
for
while
Vignano
staying in shape. But with matches
Rosado,
piling up,
ladies.
he admit it's 90% challenge, 10% just looking at the positive outlook, diba? And that small 10% keeps them fighting. Back to you, Jong and Jelan.
Well, I couldn't agree more. I mean, Queen. I mean, yes, Dasmarinas dito, Gilan, they've lost some players. Some are actually playing internationally. But, I mean, that is where you see how deep the bench of Dasmarinas. I mean, you still have your seniors here playing for your squad. And just like that, Vanj Alinsug making her presence felt on board here for Dasma.
Kitang-kita mo talaga. You know naman na Vanj is one of the veterans
Of course.
here on court. Despite na syempre, bata-bata pa rin naman tong si Vanj. She still has that youth in her. Pero yun nga, yung maturity that she plays with, grabe talaga.
Exactly, and just like that, I mean, just in the past year, Vanj is playing as a rookie, and right now, as one of the senior. How about that back-to-back points coming from Servidad?
Medyo nahirapan si Maaya to receive that. Di niya matansya kung ang gagawin ba niyang pasa, de-deflect lang ba niya ang bola, underhand niya. Because mahirap basahin actually yung tira yun.
And I think, for sure, itong Dasma, they've been scouted din itong Binyan. And I think it is a good, also an intentional substitution. Servidad over Villaflores as an error dito committed by Dasma. We're tied here at 9. As Bunsalan. Well, we have not seen Jiland the middles dito ng Binyan to be activated here by Dumasig.
Actually, I think it's a reflection nga of yung first meeting nilang dalawa wherein Binyan was not able to post any blocks.
Oh,
Actually, against itong si Dasmarinas. Pero tingnan man natin today, baka naman that story will be overturned.
well, definitely. And of course, if you were to become one of the middles dito ng Binyan, if tira-tira in Punsalan, I mean, you must have been really preparing considering that you have not tallied any block during your first meeting as tira-tira. Lamina will set this to Vanj. Servidad was there. Dumasig, 1-2 play. Separa, coverage. Vanj Alinsug. Dumasig, reloading ito. Tudlasan, denied. Servidad, what a coverage here. Coming from Servidad. Lamina going back to Vanj Alinsug.
And Alinsug did get the final say in that rally. Pero pag-usapan din naman natin yung coverage nga nitong Binyan. Ano? Palo ko, cover ko, everyone working talaga. Pero in the end, it was that down the line ulit kay Alinsug that sealed that rally.
At yung arm swing ni Vanj Alinsug, well, knowing na talagang multiple times siyang binalikan dito ni Lamina. And the blockers are already expecting her but yet yung arm swing talaga ni Vance is really fast. Combination for Laika will not work. How about these middles coming from Dasmarinas? That is Alexi Mata, back-to-back points. Already 2 points just for the past sequence.
Alam niya talaga the ball was coming to her.
Yeah.
Pag inabangan niya, she jumped for it. She went for it.
Well, sabi mo nga, I mean, chemistry is not an issue here for both squads since this is a school-based squad, but that is out of bounds from Servidad.
Servidad with good intentions doon. Pero the execution, medyo hindi lang na perfect. Yung time na yun.
And because of that, this will be a timeout here for Binyan. Let's listen in.
Diba? Ang atake magsisimula lagi sa unang pasa. Diba? Uy, ano pala? Hindi magkaintindihan eh. Tama naman yun niya, back ka. Back ka, diba? Sa likod ka, diba? Tumayo naman yung bola eh. Pag buwapalo ka, yung defense nila papunta rito, oh. Walang katao-tao dito sa, kabila.
Coach Roberto Javier, they're pointing out some things to his squad na baka hindi nga nila nakita while they were there on court. Pinoint out nga nila, itong Dasmarinas, actually may mga butas na pwede silang i-exploit.
And I think let's see how the Binyan will respond after that timeout. At itong Dasmarinas, full rotation tayo dito. 3 attackers in front. As Lamina will set this up to Vange Alinsog. Still no answer here for Binyan.
Pero alam mo kung saan yan nagsimula? Doon sa overpass nga naman
Oo.
natin. Because when you give a team like Dasmarinas a chance to attack like that, bigyan mo sila ng free ball, 80% of the time, they're going to finish that.
Oh, yeah. And I think if you were to become one of the players naman dito ng Binyan, you would like to strengthen your defense naman, considering that you have Vange Alinsog, you have Alexi Mata here in front. But meanwhile, itong si Villa Flores substituted over Servidad as Vange Alinsog one more time. Good dig from the back. Padillon. That is too low.
Parang medyo nahihirapan tong Binyan with their back attacks.
Oo.
They have been trying though, not for lack of trying. Nakita natin kanina nga din si Servidad. Nag-try din siya pumalo. Pero first, now hindi pa rin umaandar yung back row
Yeah.
nilang atake.
And also, they have given like multiple errors dito. Multiple free points already for Dasma. Just like that, another opportunity here for Dasma. Mata, what an automatic point here for Mata Gilan. And just like that, Alexi Mata, let's take it one more time. It's so good, we have to see it twice. What a connection here. Mata will lead us to our second technical timeout.
Projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Well, catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusup.com. Your game, your community. Join now, powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partners, Smart Sports and Puso, Pilipinas. And going back here, Jilan, ito na nga, well, kanina lang, we're actually tied at 9 and just like, how many? Like 8-0 run here for Dasmarinas.
Even during their first meeting, nahirapan nga itong Binyan na sagutin itong mga serves ng Dasmarinas. We see that ball from Lamina just dropping right in front now ng receiver.
And that is an uncharacteristic dito for Binyan. They are actually known to have a very good defense, but a back-to-back service ace. I mean, they really need to do something here for Binyan.
Narinig ka ata ni Lamina eh. Parang she was trying to prove that statement wrong.
And because of this lead, Jilan, this is a perfect opportunity, of course, here for Coach Reg no, to have and to let other players, no, to be exposed dito. How about the 3 consecutive service ace dito ni Lams Lamina, and this one calls for a timeout right now for Binyan. Let's listen in.
Di ba kaya ka nga pinababa, sabi ko pumasa ka na, tapos last minute, hindi mo pa rin pala kukunin, papunta yung bola sa'yo. Oh. Hindi tayo galing yan sa 9-all eh. Tapos ganyan na nangyari. Anong ibig sabihin? Pinabayaan na naman natin na ganyan ang mangyayari sa atin.
Yan na nga, sinabi na nga ni Coach Roberto, it's yung nagkakahiyaan, it's the miscommunication on the side of Binyan that makes them unable na sagutin itong mga tough serves ni Lamina.
And Jilan, just like that, imagine that is 9-0 run
Exactly.
here for Dasmarinas.
Kanina, actually, medyo malapit-lapit yung laban. Nagpapalitan lang yung bola from both sides of the net. Pero ngayon, we can see which side is dominating and why also they are doing this.
And you know, the hardest part here, Jilan, is that itong Dasmarinas, they've been scoring from the service ace. I mean, from the very first contact of the ball. And that's really so hard if you're Binyan. You really need to strengthen your service reception. But meanwhile, De La Peña, Alinsug will set this to Faye Bombita, denied. Well, that is still alive. Servidad one more time. Dasmarinas right now is impenetrable here as Villa Flores. Lamina to Bombita.
10-point run na ba yan for Dasmarinas?
I mean, that is 10-1 run here for
10-1
Dasmarinas.
run. Just this onslaught of attacks from Dasmarinas.
Oh, yeah.
Every single one of their hitters really carrying their weight today.
Exactly, and I think there is something new here for Dasmarinas as their libero. Ferlin Nomil will play, I think, as a service specialist and as a defense specialist here for Dasma. And you know what's scary about here for Dasma, Jilan, is that, I mean, yes, the blockers actually reading correctly mga attackers nila, but, I mean, the spikers are really very powerful, like breaking down the great blocks here ng Binyan. But meanwhile, Bombita with another bomb. Oh, mishit, but ball is still alive. Reloading to Tudlasan. Servidad finally stopping the bleeding here.
Without getting that block out. Nakaabang nga doon ang wall ng Dasmarinas, but still Servidad getting the better. Again, because nga hindi nasara yung block na malapit doon sa net. Same thing na nangyayari din madalas when Binyan does get the point from Dasmarinas.
And I think here for Binyan, they need to do more like that. As tira-tira, denying De La Peña.
Is that their first block point?
That is their
Sa kanilang dalawang meeting.
Oh yeah, well so far, time check, Gillian, that is 1:23 in the afternoon. Binyan tally their first block since October 22 kontra Dasma.
And that was courtesy of Tira-Tira. Puts one block point sa kanilang stat sheet.
Yes, and we do hope, Gillian, to see more blocks here coming from Binyan. Well, right now, we're already on the verge of closing this first set. And right now, this may seem really, very difficult here for Binyan. And Binyan really need to play a perfect volleyball. But right now, they just need to get a momentum that they need coming to the second set.
Tira-Tira there doing really a lot of work on their side of the court. Really pulling her weight. Kanina, she got that block point. Now she's getting that attack point. Just hitting that ball actually, na parang plinato niya kumbaga sa kamay ng blocker ng Dasmarinas.
Well, I think Binyan, they can. I mean, they can actually go head-to-head here for Dasma. I think they just need to be more intentional, especially on their attacks. As Lamina will set this to Faye Bombita.
I think Bombita was intentional with that attack.
Yes, speaking about intentional, yes, she was. Let's take a look one more time, Jilan. Kita mo naman. On the approach pa lang, kita mo Shirley aim to score a point here for Dasma. Shake reception here, resulting of an ace.
That should be the 4th or 5th ace na ngayon ng
Oh, I
Dasmarinas
think.
that they have scored.
I think the 5th, no?
5th.
Oo.
Kanina, we saw Lamina dominating the service line. Ngayon naman, let's see if Bombita can serve another one.
Well, let's see. Well, that is still good. Servidad! Not yet, sabi ng Binyan.
Yes, Servidad also one of the spikers ngayon na effective nga for Binyan.
But she will be out as Cafe here. Their second setter will act as a service specialist here for Binyan. Again, they need to play perfect volleyball, but you know, the best thing that Binyan could actually do here right now is to score a point to see how far they could actually get here contra Dasma and carry that point. No, I mean, carry that momentum coming into the second set. That will be an ace. What an instant impact here for Cafe.
Yun nga. And that's the thing nga with service specialists. You only have that one
Yes.
opportunity to make your mark on the court, and Cafe really making great use of that. Aiming for the end line, yung pocket corner nga, na mahirap nga depensahan.
Definitely. Well, there is a commentator. Binati mo kasi Jiland eh. Sayang yun.
Good intention though from Cafe na you can see gusto niya talaga i-serve as close to the net as possible yung bola. Yun nga lang that time sumobra.
Sumobra.
Naman ang baba.
But meanwhile here, Celine Marsh will serve for set point here. Aspunsalan says not yet here for Binyan.
Talagang ito nga Binyan reaching for the set. But that was good. Cafe once again making good work of her minutes here.
And I think here on the latter part of the first set, Binyan starting to get their groove, their rhythm here, and we do hope na madala nila yon coming into the second set. But ayun na nga, ramdam mo yung excitement din ng Binyan. Wala pang whistle dito, si Padilyon. Sinerve na yung bola. Padilyon serving this for Binyan. Safe serve. Oh, for Lino Mil. As an outside hitter here right now for Dasma. Lamina tumaaya, and that's it! 25-16 courtesy of Chami Maaya. The middles are so great here in this match. Let's take a look one more time. Chami Maaya on that solid connection to Lams Lamina. Dasmarinas getting this first set contra Binyan, 25-16.
Projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
And Dasmarinas getting in the first set here contra Binyan. Well, I must say, Jillian here, we have a very close start here during the first set. But during the mid-half of the first set, I mean, that is where Dasmarinas showcased their mastery contra Binyan.
Agreed. I think it's only natural naman talaga na mga first few points nagkakapaan pa nga itong dalawang teams. Pero nga pagdating sa midway point, pagalingan na ng adjustan dyan eh. And we have
Exactly.
seen that Binyan has been very dominant sa kanilang blocks, sa kanilang floor defense, sa kanilang attacks. Also, of course, service line. Kita nga natin, ayan, yung service ace ni Lamina, one of her 3
Yeah.
service aces just in one set.
Exactly, and I think also what differs here for Dasmarinas is their activated middle blockers, and because of that here, Jilan, can you please run us through their statistics?
Alright, actually sa attacks, contrary sa nakikita natin sa court, 5 lang naman ang lamang nitong si Dasmariñas. Sa blocks, tabla sila. And again, we were celebrating that one block point ng Binyan. Aces, ayan na nga ang 4 aces that Dasmariñas was able to put up na nahirapan nga talaga tong Binyan first ball pa lang. Tapos sa errors nga, well, medyo tapat tabla lang naman sila. Although nga Binyan giving costly errors against a team na alam nilang kayang bawiin yung mga errors kahit nagbibigay sila.
Exactly, but here for Dasmarinas, of course, there's really no room for complacency, especially during the latter part of the first set. Itong Binyan, they able to get the momentum, and for sure, they're going to carry that here in the second set. Here for Binyan, they really need to live up with the challenge of bouncing back big time.
Agreed. But let's not forget nga that Binyan did have that 4-match undefeated streak and they were ranked 2 once upon a time dito sa ating standings.
And just like that, in what a way to start off our second set, of course, rather than Dumasig here serving up here for Binyan.
Setting the tone dyan for set 2.
And I think the best scoring setter we have here so far in the MPVA. You know, there was even a time, like, it was Dumasig, double digits yung score niya.
As a
setter. And it happened, I think, several times here. That's how deadly she was. And she is still. Well, let's see if she can still do that here contra Dasma.
We see that often actually sa mga beach volleyball players.
Yeah.
Nilang gawin lahat-lahat.
But how about that perfect reception dito ni Celine Mars? Basic volleyball naman talaga dito come from Vanja Alinsog.
Great court vision there from Mars. Nakita niya yung butas. She saw na even though there's a receiver would run to yung position na yun, ayun nga, that was just too big a space.
At bentang-benta dito sa Binyan because, I mean, Jilan, Vanja Alinsog is really known to be a power hitter at tumatras talaga yung depensa dito. But Dumasig again. Oh! Lamina was there. Natasha Bombita. Reloading it back to Vanj.
Once again, Dasmarinas taking advantage itong mga butas sa court ng Binyan with those off-speed hits.
Yeah.
Yung mga tipong, they just put it over the net, pero ang ganda ng placement, very intentional.
Exactly. We're talking about the placement. I mean, you've mentioned Jilan. Sometimes kasi, it doesn't matter how strong or how soft your hit is. I mean, it will just tally at 1 point. I mean, why not try to be more, to use some smart, di ba? Whenever you're trying to attack. Just like that, Servidad scoring a point here for Binyan.
Servidad there with both power and placement naman doon sa kanyang cross-court hit,
Sabi ni Servidad dito, I don't want you to choose between power of placement because I can do both.
Agreed. Iwas ang
Diba?
blockers but at the same time talagang malapit sa end line ng court.
Lang sila Mina Mata. No sweat, quick there. Coming from Alexi Mata. At di pa nga yata pinagpapawisan si Mata dito.
Parang last 3 points nga nitong Dasmarinas, puro yung mga tips nila, yung mga ganun lang na, no sweat.
No sweat. Direkta pang mall itong mga das na joke lang. But let's see right now here for Binyan as we're now tied at 3 points here. Has Dumasig. Back set here for Servidad. She has been dogged. Tudlasan, we have not heard her name so far and making her presence felt here like a Tudlasan.
Narinig ka ni Tudlasan, ayan tuloy nagparinig na.
Oo.
Great approach there, talagang coming from outside, papasok. Very, very, very ganda nung intention niya dun. And she really did make good of that.
And of course, Tudlasan will not let, another single-digit performance. But meanwhile, dito, Natasha Bumbi. Kanina tinatawag kong Faye. Ito sabi pala sa akin dito ni Faye. Ayaw niyang tinatawag siyang Faye. It should be Natasha.
Natasha?
Oo, Natasha. With an H between S and A. Natasha Bombita.
Parang si Natasha Romanoff or Black Widow. Kita naman natin kung gaano ka-stealthy dito si Natasha in sa kanyang approaches.
Good serve. Targeting the libero. Servidad. Grabing digs dito nila Mina. Well, I can't wait to How about Natasha Bumbita right now here?
That power, kung kanina naman she gave us a taste of yung kanyang mga off-speed, ngayon naman talagang that was a
Yes.
fireball.
And because of that, that was a power spike presented by Smart Power All 99. Load now. Alexi Mata one more time. That is too low.
Yan, nakikita ulit natin, just like the first set, itong mga first few points, palitan lang talaga
Yeah.
between either teams.
This time, Servidad. Targeting Celine Mars. Natasha Bumbita. Laika Tudlasan one more time. That is inside. The point here for Laika.
Laika really, really great yung court vision niya, yung placement.
Oo.
Again, we have been talking about that. Pero itong ang Binyan, they're showing that they do have the power. They do also
Yeah.
have the placement. Kayang-kayang pagsabayin.
Kayang-kaya. I mean, I'm actually just waiting for a powerful, unleashed spike dito ni Laika Tudlasan. But meanwhile, dito, nakalimutan natin, Dasma still has Celine Mars here.
Celine March with that cross court. Really great angle on that.
And how about that? That set came actually from Chami Maaya.
Middle blocker to
Oh.
setter, no? I think that's what's great about these mga youth teams, na parang kahit anong posisyon, kahit anong skill ang ipagawa mo sa kanila, kaya nilang tawirin yun eh.
At Jilan dito, I mean, I challenge you to start tallying a point here for Dumasig. Right now, she has 2 points. 2 points from Ace, and right now for a 1-2 play. Let's see kung ilang puntos yung magagawa din dito ng Dumasig after this game.
Well, we were asking nga kanina earlier if meron ba magsa-step up dito sa Binyan, and we can see that a lot of them are doing so, and isa na nga doon si Dumasig.
Yes. Dumasig, tinignan dito. Tira-tira! And just like that here, this is a different kind of ball game here as Binyan will lead us to our first technical timeout. Tira-tira finally on board and activated here for Binyan.
Next, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
For Binyan Tatakjel Marian Padillon, or as her teammates fondly call her, Moming, is one of the trusted players in their team. But did you know where that Moming came from? Sabi nga nila, cats have 9 lives. At si Moming, mukhang ginagamit na niya yung 3rd life niya ngayon. Ayon sa kanya, Moming actually came from her parents. Kasi daw, ilang beses na siyang muntik mawala nung bata pa siya. Una, tinamaan ng bakal sa leeg. Pangalawa, natahi pa ang ulo sa isa pang aksidente. Ano man ang nangyari before, Moming makes sure that she's living this 3rd or nth life to the fullest, playing what she loves in volleyball. That's it for me, Jong and Jalan.
Well, I really do like that report. I mean, Jilan, well, of course, you know, right now, these girls, well, not everybody could actually or have this kind of opportunity to play in this kind of avenue, in this kind of platform. And again, given like here for Padillon, giving that opportunity, you want to make the most of every minute you play here. Of course, Paraliano, and right now here for Binyan.
Agreed nga. As we can see, syempre lahat sila, they have their own purpose, their own reasons why they are here. Pero lahat talaga sila, they are fighters.
Definitely.
That's for sure.
And just like on cue, dahil report ni Quinn, syempre pupuntos dito si Padillon.
Moming with that great hit, talagang making use of her minutes of this chance or 3rd life nga, sabi niya that she was given.
At dahil dyan, sige, we will call her Moming to have more personal. Moming Padillon. But this time here, Chami Maaya finally stopping the bleeding here for Dasma.
Itong si Maaya, very deadly on court, pero very smiley din siya.
Oh,
no?
nako. If you get to know her personally, Jiland, I mean, she's really very funny. She's really a joy to be with talaga. She's really very sweet talaga. Good serve. Targeting like Tudlasan. Moming! And again, Moming again, living and making the most out of that set.
Marsh being able to get hands under that, pero nga talagang that hit was just too fast, too strong to be controlled by a one-hand dig.
It is a better showing, a better showing here for Binyan here in the second set. Compare it to the first set.
And that's a service ace point for Binyag.
Make it 3 points for Dumasig.
The setter really putting her points here on the scoreboard. No,
Yes. Well, this is what I like. I mean, this is what you can expect from Binyan. I mean, they're really a very good intact team, I must say. And
Again,
they've been targeting Celine Marsh.
kapag ganyan bang tina-target ka, do you take it as like a compliment? Or
Well, good question. Oh. Well, I take it as a thing that I need to improve. I mean, because the opponents see me as the weakest link in reception, so I need to work on my reception. Because they will not be targeting me if they feel that I'm not the weakest link on reception. At ang galing mo doon. Ako talagang target pag naglalaro kami. I really not very good in reception talaga. I don't know why.
o hindi pero minsan naman ginagawa na they target kung sino yung alam nilang malakas na hitter. They're trying to tire
Oh yeah.
that person out.
Pwede rin yun, but that could be a factor. Pero mas pupuntos ka kasi if you target the weakest link in
Yes,
reception.
that's talagang yung ROI mo doon.
Oo.
Instant.
Tama
You're
ka
not
dyan.
playing the long game, kumbaga.
And it is easier to dig than to receive. Would you believe? Well, kasi when you receive, you're waiting and there's a lot will go in your head, di ba? You anticipate. Just like, pag dig kasi, it's like your, what do you call this? Your adrenaline, like your instant reaction kasi compare when you receive it. And I feel, as a player, siguro I'm more efficient on digging compared to receiving.
Kasi maraming, kumbaga, what you call psychological
Oo.
warfare that goes in those 7 seconds, no? Before
Exactly.
nag-serve.
Napaplano ko na yung mga gagawin ko kinabukasan eh. Kasi 7 seconds yung inihintay mo, di ba? But meanwhile dito, like at Tudlasan, matas and no entry here for Laika.
Nagpaparinig na ulit ang blockers ng
Oo.
Dasmarinas. But actually, it was Alinsug
Oh, that was Alinsug
who got
actually.
her hands on the block. Pero of course, supported nga by itong si Mata.
No place to go si Mata doon. I mean, si Laika. Oh! Servidad once again here for Binyan.
Servidad has been really effective ever since set 1. And mukhang ngayon, she's getting that engine running.
Oo. And also, the setting of Dumasig, especially here in the second set, nadi-delay at nadi-divide ni blockers dito on the side of Dasmarinas. Just like that, Natasha Bombita with a bomb.
Pero talagang sabi nga natin, the connection of
Oo.
both these teams are so good. And of course, we can attribute that to their setters nga. Parang nagpapaligsahan dito, nagpapakitaan talaga si Dumasig at si Lamina.
Oo. Yes, Jilan, yes, we give it our spikers. But that will not be possible. It is all because of the setters and making them so good whenever they spike. Just like that, Servidad once again, but this time, Maaya said no!
Medyo hindi gumana yung pagpitik na ni Dumasig
Oo.
that time. Nabasa agad ng blockers ng Dasmarinas. Because that set was only going nga talaga to Servidad.
Good anticipation. Well, here for Binyan, they need to be careful. Well, remember, Jilan, during the first set is the time. Well, this is the moment na kung saan umarangkada yung Dasmarinas. And you don't want to repeat the history if you're Binyan.
Paunahan na lang ba sa pagkuha
Oo.
ng momentum
Yes.
at this point in the game?
Servidad proving that she's actually worthy of the starting position. And tira-tira again, scoring a point here for Binyan.
Talagang quick reaction there from Tira-Tira.
Mm-hmm.
Kumbaga yun nga sinasabi nating mga parang easy point na kung nasa Dasmarinas side ka, medyo sayang na hindi nahabol yung bola
Oo.
na yun.
Oh, Nalunod si Chami doon, but this time, Dumasig reloading the... Oh! Diba? Giving them the taste of their own medicine. Sayang yung opportunity na yon, Jilan.
And you can see it naman talaga sa faces ng Binyan girls. Alam nilang sinayang nila yun because naunang actually na magbigay ng opportunity itong Dasmarinas pero mirror lang hindi nag-sync ulit.
Yun lang. Diba? Sayang yun. I mean, nalito na yung blockers dito ng Dasmarinas. Kaso nalito din yung players ng Binyan eh. Dun sa set eh. Wasted opportunity here for Binyan as... Oh! Open set widely to Celine Marsh and it's good.
Celine Marsh ulit talagang making her name heard here. Grabe, the angles that Celine Marsh gets on her balls.
I mean, and also, I mean the approach. Look at the approach. I mean, there's a picture perfect take off there coming from Celine Marsh.
Talagang you've been saying this since set 1 actually, pero textbook volleyball lang pinapakita ng Dasmarinas at times.
And Dasmarinas, I mean, they making it look so easy. As Celine Marsh again, scoring a point. And Jilan, just like that, we're halfway through. And this is the same time during the first set when Dasmarinas will lead us to our first technical timeout.
Projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
And catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusup.com. Your game, your community. Join now, powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partners, Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. And Jilan, I think we're seeing the same story during the first set. I mean, this is also the time na dito umarangkada itong Dasmarinas. And that is a good pancake save as Celine Marsh. There's a whistle. Oh, what happened here, Jilan?
Net touch
Oh,
on the side of Binyan.
again, I mean, that's the best time for Binyan. I mean, to give out a free point here to Dasma.
Kasi ito nga yung agawan ng momentum. Kumbaga, actually, the door is still open naman for both teams kung sino man ang gustong, who wants to run away with it.
Laika. And I think the missing link here talaga for Binyan is Laika Tudlasan. We have not heard her name so much so far here, Jilan.
During their first meeting, siya nga talagang naging effective for Binyan. Pero for today naman, of course, we have been seeing other players such as Servidad and also, syempre, ang kanilang setter, Dumasig stepping up. Pero syempre, maganda rin if itong si Tudlasan can continue that dominance that she has shown.
Oh yes, and we need to see more. Jilan here, of course, coming from Laika Tudlasan. As Lamina wants to play, and it works for Dasma.
Setter dump there by Lamina.
And let's take it. You know, Lamina, Jilan have mastered that for many, many years, playing as the setter here for, you know, for NU and right now here for Dasma. And she's really very good of doing that.
Kanina kahit no look.
Oh!
Back to you.
Oh, back to you, sabi ni Dumasig to Lamina with 4 points. 5 points already, I must say. And sabi ko nga sa'yo, more than anything else, more than the matchup of Tudlasan and Vanshan. So it's really a matchup of Dumasig and Lamina, Jilan.
Very true. Talagang the skill and of course yung heart and yung boldness ng dalawang setter na to, very obvious dito on court today.
Exactly. And then yung skill. I mean, it is not every day that you see such skillful setter like Lamina and Dumasig. But meanwhile, Padillon coming back alive here for Binyan.
Ayun nga si Moming, as we have called her. Just unleashing that.
And right now, Tira-Tira on deck to serve here for Binyan. Van Chalinsug, Lamina. Van Chalinsug one more time. Mas tira-tiro! Sayang yun. I mean, they could have actually, like, Poco will get that ball.
Nagkahiyaan lang talaga dun sa third ball. Although kasi hindi mo may eliminate yung risk na syempre may magkatamaan
Yes.
dyan. Mas delikado na din.
But this time, this call for a timeout here for Binyan. Let's listen in.
Ano ba yan? Nasa likod ka, hindi ka papalo. Dumipensa ka muna. Tulungan mo yung nasa unahan kasi pag nasa unahan ka, nakakapalo ka. Ibig sabihin, sila nagtatrabaho sa likod. Trabaho sa unahan, ngayon nasa likod ka, ikaw naman magtrabaho sa likod.
Yan na nga, Coach Roberto Javier really reminding the girls to stick to their roles, kumbaga, to stick to their halves of the court. Kung sino yung nasa back row, focus on their defense. Kung nandun ka sa front row, focus ka on your offense. What can you say about yung that kind of strategy na talagang kailangan delineated, no? Yung roles.
Well, there's what we call in volleyball kasi mastery of position. You really more than being versatile, even you really need to be good at what you do. And I think that what Coach Obet is trying to dito instruct sa mga girls natin. But meanwhile, well, this is a better second set. I mean, we're tied at 19, so this could still be anybody's game right now.
Alinsug back there, convinced actually na pasok sa court ng Binyan yung bola. Pero in the end, mukhang
Yeah.
that ball did sail out.
Lamina, Mata. Pero feeling ko inside yun. Joke lang, outside yun, medyo malayo talaga. Kala ko yung laban dito na Alexi. But meanwhile, again, for the first time, so far, I think lamang dito ang Binyan.
Courtesy of 2 consecutive hitting errors
Good point,
from
yeah.
Dasmarinas.
From the pipe. There are 3 consecutive errors. And
From 3 different hitters as
Yes,
well.
Exactly. I mean, and this kind of really very alarming. 3 consecutive errors. Sabi mo nga, Jilan, from 3 different players. And right now, Coach Reg, of course, trying to address the issue here for Dasmarinas. Because again, sabi ko nga, momentum is the name of the game and you don't want to give Binyan the chance to steal a set.
Very uncharacteristic ito of Dasmarinas actually. Usually, if nagpapamigay man sila ng errors, it's earlier in the earlier part of the set. Tapos they dominate from half point onwards. Pero now, parang baliktad na we're seeing actually them na bumibitaw dito sa tail end ng set 2.
And let's see how will Dasmarinas respond after that timeout dito ni Coach Reg. As we're already in the tail end of the second set, so this will just be like 4 more points here for Dasma. Oh! Ball is still alive, Natasha. Oh! Isa na lang hinahabol dito ng Dasma. And sayang, I mean, you should really trust the coverage. I mean, here, on the side of Binyan.
Nakaabang na actually doon ang kanilang libero na si... Nakaabang na actually doon pero nga kinuha pa rin ni Servidad.
Oo.
Kaya sumobra talaga. Si Pablo, andun na siya eh.
Ball is still alive. Lamina. Back set to Celine Marsh!
Still good.
Still good. I mean, I don't know, but our first referee trying to... Oh, I thought they're trying to... yung attack, but no, I think they're just trying to fix the net. But the point is still... It will still go to Dasmarinas, I guess.
Mukhang naiwasan naman ni Celine Marsh na tumapak nga dun sa ating 3-meter line.
Oh!
Or not.
Well, I think the point, it will be given dito to Binyan. Mata, basic lang. Just like that. 22-21.
Making good of that one-hand set that she was given. May yung effort ni Lamina, nakabutin yun eh.
This time, Vanshalin Sog here on deck to serve as Lamina really trying to be very vocal here, instructing the girls to relax. Servidad! Oh, that will not be, oh, that will still be allowed. Laika Tudlasan! And Coach Reg will call for a timeout as Laika Tudlasan coming alive here in the latter part of the second set. You know, this is really very crucial, Jiland. And it is more than a set na ibibigay dito ng Dasma, but the momentum.
Agreed.
When you'll never know what Binyan, you know, yung capable nila after getting that momentum. And right now, sabi ko nga, let's see how will Dasma respond after this timeout coming from Coach Reg.
Delikado lang din kasi dito, if you give the momentum sa end ng set, more or less, yun din na magke-carry over into the next one eh.
Exactly. And naninigurado dito si Coach Obet. Mapasok dito Sheena Cafe. I mean, he wanted an extra defense at the back. Let's see if Sheena will still be as instrumental as she was during the first set. Targeting Celine Mars. Celine Mars adjusting. Cafe. Dumasig. Laika Tudlasan! Laika Tudlasan. Adjusting!
Ang ganda ng timing. The patience that Tudlasan had in hitting that ball.
And, I mean, mind you, Jilan, that set is coming from behind. That's coming from behind. Yet, Laika Tudlasan able to adjust on that really very difficult set. Marsh. Not yet over. Sabi ng Dasma.
Dasma living another day as Mars just unleashes that cross court, which has been very effective for her all throughout this match.
Grabe, hindi pa rin ako maka-move on doon sa last set dito ni Laika Tudlasan. But let's see how will Dasma respond as they need to get to set 2 more points here to tie things up. Servidad! And Servidad, what a time for her to rise into the occasion and to tie things up here with 1 set apiece. Let's take a look one more time.
We have been asking kung sino sa Binyan squad ang step up, and we have been getting our answer in the form of itong si Servidad, si Dumasig, and of course of Tudlasan pa rin.
Definitely 25-22. We're tied at 1 set apiece.
Valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games. with Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
And just like that, and what a way for us here, Jilan, to open this round 2. But a close match here between Dasma and Binyan.
Ngayon naman actually nagbaliktad yung story wherein it was Binyan who was able to get the aces. Parang yun ang titingnan nating statistics dito. Yung aces, Binyan dominated, blocks naman sa Dasmarinas. Pero attacks, pantay na pantay sila.
Oh, yeah. You know, that second set, that could still, anybody's game. It's not just, I think it is Binyan who wants it more badly. At this time, Padelion, that will be outside. Puntos here for Dasma.
Opening with a hitting error itong Binyan for set 3. Pero nga naman, they are still riding off that adrenaline, so
Yeah.
to speak, nung panalo nila against Dasmarinas. Just the third set actually na na-drop ng Dasmarinas in this whole tournament.
Wow. But still, what a statement dito for Dasma for only just dropping 3 sets so far. As Padelion finally scoring a point here for Binyan.
Down the line naman ang nakita natin from Padillon this time.
Here for Binyan, of course, you have this mindset na kaya pala. Well, I mean, they can. So they could actually carry that to strengthen like their mental fortitude that they can. And it's really a challenge now here for Dasma. I mean, to come back stronger here contra Binyan. But this time, that will be outside here for Padelion.
That sales outside, medyo masyadong gigil pa nga itong Binyan start of the third set. Pero alam mo, I think ang difference dito some players here syempre playing with nothing to lose while the other side playing with something to defend.
Oh, yes. I like it. Let's see now. Oh, what a set! How about that set? And a point here coming by Mangubat.
We can see dito nga kay Domasic and as well kay Lamina, their effort in setting that ball. Kahit medyo tight na siya sa net, they're really reaching as far and as high as they can to set that ball to their spiker or their blocker.
And just like that, of course, the trust of Lamina going to Celine Marsh paid off after that off-the-block kill coming from Celine.
We have been seeing Celine Marsh, parang siyang gumagawa from set 2. Medyo tumahimik itong si Maaya. Actually, na nung set 1, siyang matulog na pangalan for Dasmarinas.
Yeah.
Let's see if merong magsi-step up or may mag-assist kumbaga kay Marsh in scoring those points for their team.
But well, let's see this time. Tudlasan! Well, this is the Tudlasan that we know. And let's see if that will continue here.
The Tudlasan that we know, the Tudlasan that Binyan loves, pero the Tudlasan na medyo Dasmarinas does not want to see coming.
Yes. Sabi sa'yo, Jilan, I mean, we're going to see a lot of match-up here right now. Aside from Lamina and Dumasig, meron pa Tudlasan, tsaka ni Celine Marsh at ni Vanch Alinsog. Meanwhile, Jacob scoring a point here for Dasma.
Her first point in this match.
And I think it is somehow different here. You know, of course, Jacob is playing as a middle even during her high school days with NU. And right now, it's an opposite here for Dasma. Such a very versatile player.
Talagang we're really seeing a lot of players on court who can do it all.
Yes. But meanwhile, servidad masyadong mababa.
Yun nga. Well, Dasmarinas really has been dominating in terms of blocking.
Oo.
Talaga ever since set 1. Even when they did drop set 2, it was 2 blocks ng Dasmarinas to none ng Binyan.
But more stories to come here as we turn you over to Queen Bacarse. And meanwhile here, let's wait for Quinn. But meanwhile, dito naman, Dasmarinas still rolling here kontra Binyan. Another opportunity here for Binyan. Dumasi combination play. Here for Laika Tudlasan will not work. Celine Marsh will try. Off speed. Tira-tira. Sipada for coverage. Celine Marsh will give it a free ball. Laika Tudlasan, no! Well, this time, Lamina back set to Jacob.
Jacob really making good use of her minutes here on court. Sabi
Yes.
na nga natin kanina, Dasmarinas bench is really, really deep. And one of the magic bunot, so to speak, ngayong set 3, itong si Jacob.
Grabe, super versatile. I mean, imagine, sabi ko nga sa'yo, there's really a master of possession in volleyball. And imagine, for the longest time, playing as a middle, then suddenly, Coach Reg will ask you to play as an opposite. I mean, that's really hard. Kasi, I mean, yung rhythm mo, yung timing mo nandun na. And Jacob right now, I mean, really doing a wonderful job playing as a utility hitter here for Dasma. Laika. 1-2 play!
Napakagandang
Yes.
tip nun
Oo.
from Dumasig.
Sinasabi ko na si Giland bilangin mo. So far yata 6 points sa itong si Dumasig
Ang
She's
ganda.
capable of scoring double figure for the team.
Actually, you can see na tumingin naman siya. It wasn't a fake.
Mm-mm.
She wasn't faking it at all. Hindi niya pinaparating dun sa other side of the net. I'm not going to do this. Pero still, she was able to timplahin nga yung placement and
Yes.
power ng tip na yun.
And this time, akala ko mag-1-2 play din si Lams Tinignan yung depensa ng kabila. But of course, still paid off. As Lamina found Vanch Alinsug in scoring for Dasma.
One of their most reliable hitters nga talaga tong si Alinsug. Her leadership on and off the court really shining.
Definitely. And right now, of course, is standing to be as one of the leaders here for Dasmarinas. Oh!
Backset yun
Back set, 1-2 play sana yun. At least puntos pa rin daw for Binyan.
Well, in the end, hindi naman naging costly doon yung backset na papunta sa kabilang court. Well, we can forgive Dumasig for
Oo.
that. She has been showing us a great game so far naman.
Yes. You know, by the end of this game, Jilan, I think we will be, regardless of who will win this match, we will be having a hard time on choosing who will be the queen of the court. Because everybody is playing big time here for their squads. And that is, I think, beyond the antenna already. But right now, Dasmarinas leading us to our first technical timeout.
Projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
But well, of course, you know, if there are two players or two pillars for in this match, I mean, this Vanch Alinsog and Laika Tudlasan, they're doing wonders. I mean, aside from scoring, I mean, they are giving everything as Vanch Alinsog with 10 points, 9 of which is from attacks and a block. And meanwhile, Jilan, ito namang si Laika Tudlasan, 5 points with 5 attacks, and those 5 points are really very impactful on a very crucial moment. And this time, tignan natin kung madadagdagan pa yan as we continue this match here as we open the second round of the MPVA.
Agreed, because it's not always yung quantity ng points but
Oh, yeah.
also when.
Oh,
When
I
you
like it.
score those points, were you able to turn the tides ng pinasok ka?
Yes.
It's not just all about numbers.
Yeah.
It's about timing.
The
It's about
timing.
momentum.
Yes, and also the impact on that 5 points. As speaking of impact, how about that kill coming from Servidad?
Ganda ng flick of the wrist doon ni Servidad. You're just sending that ball down. Bilis.
Grabbing wrist action, you follow through after that kill. And meanwhile, si Pada failed to handle that ace.
Balikan lang natin yung set 2. Itong Binyan actually ang nanguna sa service aces. And here in sets 3,
Yes.
they have an opportunity to do just that again.
And meanwhile, I think we're really very excited to hear stories here from Quinn. Quinn, take it away.
Yeah, Kumasi. Time out, Dasmarinas City Monarchs.
Noong bata tayo, numeracy and literacy o pagbilang at pagbasa ang unang itinuturo because these are the foundations. And this is exactly where the frustration of Coach Roberto Javier of Binyan is coming from. Listening to their huddle, he says, basa tayo sa laro ng kalaban, an integral part of playing the sport. For the side of Dasmarinas, this might be where they are at an advantage kanina. Sabi mo nga, Jolan, very textbook volleyball ang nilalaro ng Dasma, to which Coach Regine agrees pre-game. This stage is in the league is focused on getting to know the players, understanding their tendencies. So if Dasma is building a house, they are not yet painting the wall and decorating. They are laying the wood, metal, and cement, strengthening the foundation like how it was in reading and counting. Back to you, Jong and Jolan.
Wow.
Worth the wait naman
Yes.
talaga yung report ni Quinn
It's
na
worth
yun.
the wait. Quinn is winning that report, Jilan. I like it. Right now, of course, that is basic, in everything that you have to read your opponent. And that is what actually both teams really need to do. And right now, they're already on the glimpse of getting this win. I mean, they just really have to polish everything. And meanwhile, dito, Jilan, this is again the time during the first set and the second set na the defining moment. In the midway for every set, kung sino talagang lumamang dito, sila yung nakakakuha ng momentum at nakakakuha ng set.
Agreed. Kasi you can't deny na, parang sabi nga ni Quinn, the foundation has been laid for both these teams. Alam naman natin, napakaganda ng system nila sa loob. Pero it's a question nga of kung sino ang makakalabas nun on court na polished. Kailangan pulido ka. Hindi lang yung alam mo yung ginagawa mo, pero kailangan din you have to minimize those errors, yung mga hesitation. You really need to be at the top of your game, kumbaga, if you want to win against a team na like this, kung nasa mang side ka ngayon ng court.
Definitely. Well, let's see if they can. As meanwhile here for Binyan, well, after those consecutive points, giving away 3 points here to Dasma. Si Vanchalin Sug. Targeting Laika Tudlasan. Jacob. Anticipation there coming from Van. Jacob from the reverse set. Servidad. Oh!
Great effort there from the side ng Dasmarinas to keep that ball up. But Servidad, once again, finding her way through that block, pulling itong hands ng Dasmarinas blockers na medyo nalito na nga itong blockers kung nasa na yung bola.
And Servidad is serving with a swag here for Binyan. As Lamina will go back to Celine Marsh. Puntos here for Celine.
Celine Marsh with great court vision there. Talagang putting the ball in a spot na maihirapan yung defenders to see. Ito nga yung sinasabi ni Coach Roberto earlier na yung mga nasa back have to focus on defense, nasa harap have to focus on offense. All of the people sa front row just looking back. Naasahan nila na sana alert enough itong mga defenders to get to that ball.
I know if they react, I mean, it was actually late.
Nag-receive ka na nga
Oo.
dito, Chong.
Di ba? Mamaya pupunta na ako dyan.
Ganong kalakas yung tira ni
Oo.
Servidad. Really stepping up talaga for Binyan.
And that was a power spike presented by Smart Power All 9-9 load now. And I like it. I mean, both squad is on their A game right now, and this is the kind of match that you want as you kick off round number 2 here in the MPVA. As a Kob, that will be out. 5-point lead here for Binyan. Jilan, what's happening here sa Dasma?
It's really the momentum. They're trying to build on the momentum, pero itong mga errors nagpapakita sa mga very untimely,
Oh, yeah.
or very unfortunate times,
Oh!
rather.
Well, sorry to catch you, Jilan, but I mean, well, that attack from Chami Maaya, let's take a look one more time. Umuusok pa.
Uusok talaga. Like, tahimik actually siya for set 2, but ngayon mukhang umiinit na ulit ang
Oo.
engine ni Maya.
And that was a power spike presented by Smart Power All 9-9 load. Noon parang gusto ko rin basahin yung Smart Power spike kasi parang it's so worthy on that attack ni Chami Maaya. Celine Mars. That will be outside. And that point given by Celine Mars will lead Binyan to a second technical timeout when a 5-point lead contra Dasma.
Plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
And catch all the games live and free exclusively on poos2p.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partners, Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. And just like that, you know, Jinan, sabi nga natin kanina, you know, the team who will get the momentum halfway through will surely have the advantage. And just like that, ito nga, kita natin itong Binyan. They're really doing so much effort to get that momentum halfway. And kita natin dito, Dasmarinas. Binyan dumasi, combination to Laika!
Once again, a name that I don't think we're gonna stop saying during the entirety of this game, like Tudlasan. Really making good of that set talaga na binibigay sa kanya ni Dumasig. Again, ito nga yung sinasabi natin na kanina, we can't deny that Dasmarinas does have their spots of brightness, itong mga moments of brilliance nila. Pero nga, it's the errors
Yeah.
that stop that momentum eh.
Exactly. And you know what? Every time na nagpapa-time up yung coach, what I'm really so excited talaga to see is how the players will respond after the timeout. How will the players translate whatever instruction that the coach told them. And now let's see if they can, because this is already like the biggest lead so far after the second set. 6-point lead here of Binyan contra Dasma. Let's see how these skills respond after the timeout. Servidad serving. Oh!
That serve just too heavy for Celine Mars to control.
And right now, you know, sabi ko nga, yes, Dasmarinas, they won the first set, but you know, that momentum na nakuha dito ng Binyan during the latter part of the first set, nadala nila in the second set, here in the third set, and right now it's paying off. Lamang dito, and they're about to get this third set contra the unblemished and flawless Dasmarinas Monarch. Dumasig! Oh! Wow! How many points for Dumasig right now? 7, 8 points already here for Dumasig. I'm running out of words. I'm running out of good words to describe how great Dumasig right now, Jilan.
Alam mo, ako talaga bilib na bilib ako sa mga setters na very aggressive, that not just they have yung parang tactical skill, pero also yung confidence and boldness to just make those decisive moves.
Yes. Grabe. Ikaw muna bahala, maghanap ako ng good word to describe, an adjective to describe Dumasig right now. I think 8 points here for Dumasig.
Pero makakahinga muna dito yung Dasmarinas with that hitting error from Servidad.
Siyempre, kung ako si Coach Obe, ito patawarin ko si Servidad for that error after those points na nagawa niya. 8 points! Dumasig! I'll bet. You know, Gilan, end of this match, regardless if whoever wins, Dumasig will hit double digits.
Aha.
As a setter.
Malapit na talaga.
Meanwhile here, Dasmarinas will not give it so easy. But that was the game's community camp powered by Pusu P. Your game, your community. Join now.
13 serving 19.
Celine Marsh. Dumasig looking to tira-tira. Chami Maaya. Chami.
Ayun na nga, we are starting to hear her name again. Chami Maaya with that quick.
And of course, Coach Obed, hindi na hihintay makakuha momentum dito ang Dasma. Will call for a timeout. Now let's listen in.
Diba? Ibayin mo yung atake mo. Lagyan mo ng variation yung palo mo. Oh, hindi porket 19-14. Eh, bibitawan natin. Magbibigay tayo ng service ace. Basahan niya lang muna, ha? Basa.
Coach Roberto Javier with very timely reminders there for his squad na wag daw bumitaw. Kasi nga, kahit na the lead nga is 5 points, which is one of their biggest leads in this whole game. Talagang they have to really push until they reach that 25 because it's not over till it's over.
Exactly. And you know, Dasmarinas can easily just bounce back. But like at Tudlasan, just when you needed her the most, again, scoring here for Binyan.
Umiinit na nga talaga tong engine ni Tudlasan. She has been very effective naman talaga
Sobra.
in scoring and leading her team.
And they are a joy to watch. I mean, Dumasig and Tudlasan, they are, you know, they bring so much joy. If you're a fan, I mean, ang saya nila panoorin. Because they're performing on a different level. But this time, Dumasig pupuntahan dito. Padilyon! Wow! I mean, again, simple textbook volleyball coming from Padilyon. Let's take a look one more time.
Trinay nga ni Padilyon yung kumbagang pitik nung una, but in the end, it was that strong swing that got her the point.
Everything that Binyan is doing right now, I mean, it turned out to be in their favor.
Tsaka yung contributions from almost all players talaga, or all players rather. Very significant.
Chami Maaya been the lone instrumental so far here in the third set.
Ayun na nga, in-unleash na ni Maaya yung kanyang quick. Kanina, her point was a push. But now, it's a quick that just lands sa unprotected area ng Binyan's court.
Yeah. And you can see on her face, Chami Maaya means business right now.
Yung trademark niyang ngiti, medyo napalitan na serious face.
Oo, nawala
Game face.
na. Game face na si Chami dito. Padilyon. Oh!
Miscom there sa depensa ng Dasmarinas. And Binyan, good reflexes, just taking advantage of that. Ayun nga, dalawang defenders getting that ball, sailing over the net. At itong Binyan, just good reaction.
And Mata, hindi naka-press forward yung arms. Reason for that ball to bounce outside. But right now, Binyan looking really fine. As Vanch Alinsog says no mercy on that cross-court shell.
Here comes the boom nga, talagang tumutugtog para dito kay Alinsug. Because talagang you can see the force behind that hit. Ang ganda ng airtime niya, yung hang time niya, rather.
And I think as one of the seniors, I mean, the task here for Vanch Alinsug is not just to score, but to do the walk. I mean, and to be an example here for the rest of the Dasmarinas Monarch. As Vanch Alinsug will try again one more time. It works.
She gets it on the third attempt, not by a very powerful spike, pero by a very well-placed push of the ball. Not just off speed. Pinatama niya lang kumbaga sa kamay niya, but if you're Evangeline Sog and you have that experience, kaya mong timplahin yan eh.
Definitely. Well, right now, here for Dasma, they are in a perfect situation. Oh! That is outside. Here comes Dasma.
Ayun na nga, nagpapaulan na ng aces itong Dasmarinas. Great effort sa part ng Binyan. Kita mo talaga yung grit actually ng Binyan. Talagang ayaw nilang bumitaw. Pero when you have someone like Lamina on the service line.
Of course. And right now, I think Dasma is in a very favorable position right now. I mean, 3 attackers in front. And si Tudlasan, back row attacker pa dito. And just like that, 3 points na lang hinahabol dito ng Dasma. As Abitria will substitute on Padillon. Oh, but there was a game actually where Abitria was the leading scorer here for Binyan. Well, let's see if she can be as impactful as she was during that game.
I think Binyan can sense that the momentum
Oh,
is
yeah.
switching over to the Dasmarinas
Oh,
side.
let's see now. They need to double time. Celine Marsh, buhay pa rin ang bola. Gagawa ng paraan. Vanch Alinsog, bibigay dito, dumasig. Pupunta na, Bitria! Oh! Just like that! Puntos dito for Binyan.
Talagang it was a scramble at the net. Binyan doing everything they can to keep that ball up. And in the end, the ball did go down. Pero naman sa side ng Dasmarinas.
Baka naman may gusto mag-sponsor ng masahe dito after this match kay Celine Marsh. She has been sweeping the floor, defending and covering those volleyball here for Dasma.
Celine Marsh really
Grabe,
trying her
oo.
best talaga to cover all areas of the court and all areas of the game as well. Pumapalo siya. She has been serving aces. She has been also jumping up for blocks.
Exactly. And right now, Jilan, I wonder how many digs na kaya meron dito si Celine Marsh, no? But meanwhile, and again, Servidad serving it up for Binyan on a set point.
Servidad being very effective talaga. Kahit anong tira gawin niya, malakas man to, or just a well-placed push, it's been working.
Yes. Servidad serving the fills. This is the first time that Dasmarinas is down by 2 sets.
That is
Wow!
a first talaga. Because ang pinakamalaki na ibigay nila was 1 set.
Yes, and loud
Per
now,
match.
Jilan. Let's see how Dasmarinas will bounce back as we return 25-19 in favor of Binyan. 5 sets.
Plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games! with Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Here for Binyan, they're about to make history as we open our round 2. But right now, let's see what happened here on the set 3, Jilan.
Ito nga, tingnan natin itong set 3. Actually, nung una, medyo seesaw nga itong labanan natin. Both teams, medyo hanggang pag 10 points natin, palitan lang. Pero actually, ang unang nakakuha ng momentum was itong Dasmarinas. But madali namang naibawi ito ng Binyan. And from there, they just never looked back.
Exactly. You know, just when I thought that that could still be anybody's game, but you know, here comes Binyan, like securing that, yeah, they own this set number 3. And right now, for the first time here in the second season of the MPVA, Binyan has the luxury right now of, I must say, putting some blemish dito sa Flores record ng Dasmarinas. And as we can see on the statistics, Jiland,
We can see here, ayan, Binyan leading on attacks, not giving Dasmarinas a lot of chances to score points dito. Blocks, walang actually tabla sila boss, walang naka-block. Aces dito naman, nagbaliktad nga ang kwento. From their last meeting, ngayon naman Binyan na nagpapaula ng aces on the side of Dasmarinas.
and the question here right now is if Dasmarinas can win this set number 4 and push for a 5-setter match, or if Binyan can make history and to become the first team na makapagtatala dito ng lost record sa Dasma.
Well, looking at the records of both teams, alam mo, very promising talaga both. Alam natin, Dasmarinas, only unbeaten team here. Pero let's not forget that Binyan also had a 4-game winning streak.
Oh yeah, and of course, you want to maintain that momentum, but well, let's see which team who will march their way here in Bacoor. That is not over. Puntos dito for Dasma.
Error there from Servidad as she hits that right into the antenna.
Lams Lamina. Lams Magic needs to come into play here in the 4th set. Oh, easily denied there coming from Alexi Mata.
Mata just putting her hands over the net actually.
Parang di na nga tumalon no? Talagang tinasa lang doon ni Alexi yung kamay niya.
Pero despite na hindi siya nakakuha ng ganong height na in terms of talon, kita mo naman yung hands niya solido
Oo.
talaga. Roofing. Kumbaga itong spike.
3-0 run here in favor of Dasmarinas. Ball is still alive. Gagawa ng paraan dito. Alexi Mata. Opportunity here. Dumasig pupuntahan. Padel yun! Puntos here for Binyan.
Again, kita naman natin yung effort ni Celine Marsh.
Oo.
Nahabulin yung ball. Pero that hit from Moming, that down the line hit, really just too good.
Good pass there coming from Celine. Combination to Vanji. Outside.
That ball sails outside. Masyado lang nalakasan ng konti ni Alinsug. A testament sa gigil nitong Dasmarinas to take this 4th set and hopefully extend this match.
Yes. Udaris outside here coming from Alexi.
Tight set there. Medyo nahirapan nga tong si Mata to control the ball as she would have wanted.
And Binyan had their three-point run as well. And I think here, for Binyan, they have a very favorable rotation right now, Jilan, because Raga Tudlasan is in front, ready to attack here for Binyan.
Ito na naman si Tudlasan, first meetup nila. She really was the only player actually na naka-double digits.
Oh.
Not double digits rather, pero naka-9 attack
Almost,
siya.
oo.
Almost.
And for Dasma, well, there were, if you remember, Jilan, ito, may mga moments na it was Vancha Limsog, may mga moments si Natasha Bombita, even siya may maaya. But I think right now, they just need to magsabay-sabay. Magsabay-sabay in one set. I mean, to get this set to against Binyan.
I agree. When they want to work, kailangan sabay-sabay nga sila
Oo.
mag-activate. Kumbaga.
Exactly. Because Jilan, you can never question the individual skills nitong mga players from Dasma. I mean, some of them already have this proven track record, bagging awards from different leagues. Again, sabi mo nga, I mean, they just need to come together, magsabay-sabay. Because right now, I mean, here for Binyan, they just need just one more set to put an upset here contra Dasma.
That bump set not good enough for Dasmarinas to get a point.
Tasha Bombita failed to control her momentum after she hit that ball. Kung ako, di ako amin ng ganun. Tatouch ang net, di ako amin. But yeah, of course, we value honesty here, Jilan. But of course, yeah, what I'm trying to say here, this is still a very close fight. This could still be anybody's game. As Lamina will try to set this one to Celine Marsh. Scoring here for Dasma.
Celine Marsh has been a hard worker on defense today, pero ayan na nga, nagsuscore din siya on offense. Let's not forget how good of a hitter she is, how good her cross-court attack is.
And I could imagine yung relief dito kay Celine Marsh as finally, hindi na ako back row player. Di ba? Hindi na siya responsible on defending that volleyball. This time, Padilyon. Tira-tira, simpleng tira lang, pero effective.
Now naman, we're seeing textbook volleyball sa side nitong Binyan.
Oo.
Talagang just the perfect setup there.
Servidad. Benchalinsog, Lams Lamina, Chami Maya for the win here for Dasma.
Maaya just letting that ball sail into the side of the court na walang defenders. Itong si Binyan. Defenders just looking at that ball as it hit the
Yeah.
floor.
Tasha Bombita. Oh. Over receive. Maaya! A ball still good. Baklay ka naglasan. Sinuwerte.
Just as you thought that misreceive would prove costly for Binyan, syempre nandyan si Laika Tudlasan para tuldukan yung rally na yun.
Of course, it doesn't matter how strong or soft your hit was. Well, it will all just tally to 1 point. But meanwhile, dito, lambang pang Binyan dito ng isa. Laika Tudlasan serving it up for Binyan. Combination back row! Wow, that's what we've been looking for here for Natasha Bombita.
As you have said nga, it's really not a question of skill sa side
Exactly.
nilang ng either team.
And that was a power spike presented by Smart Power All 99. Load now. Celine Marsh continues to serve here. Padilyon. Oh! Padilyon on that baby kind of spike. Leading Binyan here to our first technical timeout. 8-7.
Play games with Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
And you know, another matchup that we could actually see here, Gilan, is Servidad. I mean, coming off the bench, 15 points already. Not usually a starter here for Coach Obet. But also here for Dasma, you have Celine Marsh with 11 points. That also here for offense, but Celine Marsh really very good on defending the back row dito ng Dasma.
Agreed. We're seeing a very different story here actually. Coming into this match, you would think that Dasmarinas would really dominate in terms
Yeah.
of attacks on offense. Pero kita natin dito that one of their top scorers has been working so hard on defense. And dito naman sa side ng Binyan, she's not a usual starter, pero grabe is the points that she's putting up right now, itong si Servidad.
And I like the player that, when your coach called you to step in, to play, to act as a starter, I mean, you show up big time. I mean, you show up, you deliver, and I think that's what Servidad is doing right now. But meanwhile here, yes, we're waiting for a whistle um, from our first referee. I mean, what a game. I must say that, I will be happy regardless of whoever will win this game. I mean, I think right now, both squads is in their A game and they both deserve to be in the pedestal after this match. Whoever wins this match, I mean, high respect for that squad. But meanwhile, here for Tira Tira, as Lamina to Chami Maaya for the win here for Dasma.
Itong si Chami Maaya really just a force to be reckoned with kapag nandyan siya. Like, she can do her slide hits, she can do her blocks, she can do her quicks.
And Chami Maaya now serving here for Dasma. Oh! Wasted opportunity here for Chami.
You can see that she was actually going to put the ball as close to the net as possible.
Exactly, but more of a good stories here coming from Queen Bacarse. Queen, take it away.
If there's a theme in Benyanta Takjal's huddle during that third set timeout, it would be holding on. You can hear assistant coach Richard Estacio saying, "Wag mong bitawan, tao mo to eh," reminding the players not to let fear take over, especially in crucial moments. That's something Sam Tira-Tira can relate to. As a rookie, she admits she's still learning to play with confidence, describing herself as a cat who wants to be a tiger. She knows she's still building that fearlessness, but believes it'll come with time and experience. And just like that, she's holding on. 1.1 game at a time, because as others say, hold on in every point, because momentum always wings to those who never give up. Back to you, Jong and Jalan.
Thank you for that, Queen. Again, winning story again coming from Queen Bacarse, and I like it. I mean, to not let fear to take over. And again, as a player, you'll never know how strong and how brave you are until such time you're in this kind of situation. And again, more than physical strength, I think volleyball is a game of mental fortitude. And right now, I think both squads really wanted it badly to win this match. Long rally alert here. As Vanch Alinsog. How about that? Drop coming from Vanch.
We have seen Vangeline Sog really trying talaga na, alam naman natin na syempre, sinabi nga ni Coach Roberto sa side ng Binyan na wag bumitaw yung mga girls. Pero on the side naman of Dasmarinas, itong si Vangeline Sog, yung masasabi kong hindi talaga bumibitaw.
Exactly. And if we can have just a stat to measure leadership, to measure willingness, I think Vangeline Sug will be an MVP for that. I mean, of course, as one of the singers, she really need to step up. Vangeline Sug, Jilan protesting that there's no touch.
Sinabi nga natin that Vangeline Sug is always ready to step up. And kita naman natin yung leadership na she's taking dito.
And napanood ko na to, Jilan, many times. Pag mga ganitong mga questionable call, I mean, babawi at babawi itong si Vangeline Sug. Well, let's see. 1-2 play. Natasha Bumbita catches the line.
Just as you thought that ball was going to sail out, it just drops talaga right on that end line.
Exactly. Well, just when everybody thought that will go outside, suddenly bumagsak yung bola doon sa linya. Vangeline Sug here serving for Dasmarinas. Oh! High risk, high reward.
Nandito na naman tayo sa point of the game na talagang it's anyone's game. Paunahan na nga lang mag-seize ng momentum.
And Mangubat now replacing Punsalan during the second set. And right now, hindi na pinalitan dito. Hindi pa bumabalik si Punsalan. Lamina. Natasha Bumbita.
We're seeing Dasmarinas come to life once again kasi gumagana na ulit yung mga kanyon nila. We have Vanja Linsug and of course we have Natasha.
Yes, Natasha with an H between S and A. Alex Mata here. Well, here for you know what's made this opening match for the round two really good is that everybody's contributing. From setter, from the outside hitters, from the middle blockers, even from the opposite, is really contributing really well. But meanwhile here, Lamina, pupuntahan Chami Maaya. Servidad, breaking down the wall.
Maarangkada na naman itong si Servidad. No fear
Oh.
facing that Dasmarinas wall, ano? Despite yung mismatch in height
Yeah.
between Servidad, Marsh, and
Yes,
Maaya
you-
back there.
You got it, Jilan. Despite the height, you know what's tall? Is that yung willingness ni Servidad makapuntos dito for Binyan as he set this ball. Oh!
Well, you can only do so much nga naman minsan, ano? Servidad apologizing there for that.
Akala ko kaya na rin mag-set ni Servidad eh. Natasha Bombita now serving here for Dasmarinas. 1-2 play here for Dumasig. Lamina. Pupunta Anselin Marsh! Umibabaw dito sa blocker.
Here we go, Celine Marsh. We were just talking about her height nga kanina and she's just utilizing it.
And also here for Celine Marsh, I mean, how old is she? 17, I guess, for Celine. And right now, there's so much room here for improvement, so much opportunity here for Celine Marsh. I mean, at her very raw right now, kita mo yung potential, just like that. Maaya, puntos here for Dasma.
Ay, ito, just in, Celine Marsh is 19.
Oh, 19.
19 years old.
But
yes.
yet still very young, di ba? I mean, so much opportunity, so much room for learning and improvement. Gagaling pa tong bata na to.
Especially with the system that she's in, with the
Oh,
teammates
yeah.
she's playing it. There's so much talaga to learn from, to absorb sa environment.
And just like that, second technical timeout here, courtesy of Dasmarinas, 16-13.
Plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
And catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusup.com. Your game, your community. Join now, powered by Smart, the official telco partner of MPVA. Special thanks to our media partner Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. And this time here for Dasmarinas. Of course, here for Binyan, looking so fine. Having to 2-1 lead here contra Dasmarinas. And of course, Dasmarinas here looking to bounce back and snatch this fourth set contra Binyan and push for a 5-setter match to maintain their unblemished record here in the MPVA. As Padillon over receive, tira-tira. Good dig, Celine Marsh. Oh! Of course, Celine Marsh. Oh. Okay. For a few seconds, Jilan, nag-worry ako doon. Nakala ko hindi mag-get ang Servidad. But yeah.
Nagulat lang
Oo,
ata talaga
nagulat
yung lahat
talaga.
sa force ng hit ni Celine Marsh. Tumama pa nga kay Coach Roberto yun eh.
Well, even Celine Marsh nagulat din eh. That is literally a strong headshot.
Naisama si Coach Laro. But Servidad is, she's okay.
Yes, definitely. But of course, here naman, for Celine Marsh, quickly apologizing here to Servidad. But well, a lot of stories here. But meanwhile, let's listen in here for a timeout.
Focus lang muna tayo. Wala tayong magagawa eh. Nangyari na yung nangyari. Focus muna sa pasa. I-score mo, oh.
Kay 13 si Sheena, no?
Oo.
can see her. She's back on court. She's fine. She's just shaking off that headshot. Kumbaga,
Yes.
tong si Servidad. Still all smiles during that timeout. Her teammates, of course, making sure that she's okay.
Definitely.
Sabi nga natin, we're seeing a lot of tough cookies here on the court. Kanina narinig natin yung story ni Moming. And everyone's just showing their own kind of toughness.
Yeah. And right now, I could really imagine, the pressure that the Dasmarinas Monarch have right now. I mean, they're on the verge of losing in their immaculate record. And right now, they're in a situation of pushing just one more set to maintain that unblemished record. And of course, if you're Binyan, you want to start round 2 with, with a statement win, defeating the league's #1 so far, which is Dasma. Meanwhile, oh,
Well, that set went outside the net. Kaya naman yung palo also went outside the antenna there. Although, kakapasok lang naman din nga ni
Oo.
Cafe here on court. Siyempre, may konting adjustment pa dyan. Medyo malamig-lamig pa off the bench.
and considering malamig yung venue natin ngayon. And this time, pupuntahan dito. Laki katudlasan, denied by Celine Marsh.
I think this is the first time that Tudlasan has been blocked talaga na, as in block out.
Oh yes, let's take it one more time. Kita mo, the blockers of Dasma anticipating that attack coming from Laika.
Ayun na nga, that Marsh and Maaya hide at the net, combining and being effective there. Kung kanina kay Servidad, nakahanap si Servidad ng paraan. This time, they just block out, roofed itong si Tudlasan.
Yes. And Chami Maaya, Jilan winning that joust. And right now, ito na. Nangangamoy 5th set tayo ngayon dito on our opening match here in the round 2.
Kitang-kita mo yung game face ni Maaya doon. Even after making that successful joust, yung push na yun, serious talaga siya. No celebration, just focusing on the next thing she has to do.
Oh, ball is still alive. 1-2 play will not work. Laki katudlasan. Lamina pupuntahan si Celine Marsh. And right now, again, I can feel it.
I'm pretty sure that must feel good for Celine Marsh at this point in the game na hindi na siya nagmamap ng floor,
Oo.
kumbaga, pero she's now being a cannon for their team, scoring those very crucial points at very important times dito sa set 4.
Exactly, and right now, let's listen in.
Sayang yung third set eh. Diba? Huwag natin bigay yung, malayo pa yan, may 3 pa oh. Ingat pa natin. Yung makikipag, yung mga gano'n, di ba, makikipag-joust ka. Huwag kang pumunta sa iba, pumunta ka sa ilalim. Mas lamang kapag nasa ilalim ka. Dalawa.
Ito ang payo lang niya sa Binyan squad is to just hold on, wag pakawalan. Ngayon, he's giving more technical pointers na because he knows that adjustments have to be made na
Yeah.
on their end. Hindi na kaya siya ng just grit.
Exactly, and I hope that it is not too late. Here comes Dasmarinas already on the verge of closing out this set number 4. As Laika Tudlasan will try, but Dasmarinas, good defense here. Servidad has been the target here of Dasma.
That third ball from Cafe, not good, not getting it over the net.
Lamang ng 10 dito ang Dasmarinas.
They were not able to control yung back attack nitong si Van Jalinsog. Alam mo naman si Van, she can attack from all sides of the court. Iba't ibang variation yan. And she will be effective.
Oh, that 1-2 back set dito ng Damasig will not work this time. Vanch Alinsug! Oh, ball is still alive. Lamina pupunta, Celine Marsh! 4, a set point here.
Marsh really making her mark dito sa set 4. Always targeting nga yung space nearing the end line, just beyond where the back row defenders can reach.
Exactly, and now Celine Marsh is marching their way in winning this 4th set and leading us to our 5th set here. And this time, Cafe bibigyan ng Free ball dito ang Dasma. Lamina pupuntaan. Celine Marsh one more time. Not yet. Lamina, 1-2 play. Nahubasa doon, tira-tira. Bumbita, Celine Marsh one more time. And Celine Marsh successful marching and winning this fourth set for Dasmarinas. Giland! I told you, Giland, you have to get ready because this rematch may all have the makings of another thrilling showdown. Set number 5 as we go back here, Dasmarinas winning this fourth set kontra Binyan.
Play games with Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
And of course, we really want to come up big time here as we open the round 2 of the MPVA. And what a way to give you that, of course, by having Dasmarinas kontra Binyan. And ito pa, leading us to set number 5, Giland. Well, all I can see here for set number 4, Giland, is that Dasmarinas was able to bounce back, showing us the same grit that we know here for Dasma.
Great. Ito na nga ang sinasabi natin sa Dasmarinas na usually sa midway to end of the set sila humahataw. And that's exactly na kung ano pinakita nila sa set 4 na nung una nga, Binyan had a very promising start sa ating previous set, riding off yung kanilang 2-set win na. Pero Dasmarinas once again showing yung grit nila, yung experience, the maturity and composure they have here on court to just extend this match even more and protect their unblemished record. Ayan, tingnan nga natin. In attacks, Dasmarinas dominating as they usually do. And also, ayun na nga, ang blocks na nakikita natin. I think the blocking has been the determining factor sa past sets natin. Kung sino yung mas maraming blocks, sila yung nakakakuha nung set na to. And of course, I mean, because in other places, like for example, yung errors, pareho rin naman nagbibigayan tong both teams na to eh.
Exactly. You know, this is just a very short set number 5. So, if there is really like no when to peak moment here for set 5. I mean, from the very first point pa lang, you need to be intentional. You really need to give 100%. Because again, race to 15 lang to. And again, sabi ko nga, imagine if Binyan will win this game kontra Dasmarinas. Imagine the confidence that these girls from Arellano could actually bring all throughout this season. And I think it is a test of character as well here, Gilan, for Dasmarinas. You know, this is their first 5th set. And now, let's see. Servidad. Oh! Gagawa ng paraan dito, Padilyon. Lamina. Van Chalinsog!
Ay, tumama na doon sa ating ceiling fan. Masyadong malakas nga itong spikes ni Alinsug. Way too heavy for the Binyan defenders to control.
And you know, same situation. Itong Binyan, I mean, they pushed the defending champions Quezon Tangerines to the 5 sets. Unfortunately, they've lost to Quezon. And right now, they have the chance to win this 5-setter match against this league's #1 so far, Dasmarinas. And right now, Servidad. This could still anybody's game. Every player here right now is still on their peak right now. Let's see who will come out victorious here. And that was a power spike presented by Smart Power. All 9-9 load now.
I think it will be also interesting here to see kung kanino magdedepende yung either side of the team. Which hitter will they give you magic hands to nga? And mukhang on the side of Binyan, it may be Servidad, while on the side of Dasmarinas, we've seen Celine Marsh na talagang tumutodo sa end ng set 4.
And this time, if there is one, happy problem dito, Jilan, for Binyan, is ito, nasa harap na si Laika Tudlasan. And for sure, puporsyento dito, Servidad! May check ba? First referee said, no, this will be a point here for Dasmarinas. Jilan, I'm on the edge of my seat right now.
Ako nga, nakatayo na dito.
Ikaw, nakatayo na.
And I'm sure a lot of our viewers at home nakatayo din. Mapa-fan ka man ng Binyan, mapa-fan ka man ng Dasmarinas, or even if wala kang stakes dito sa laro na to. Talagang just the sheer excitement and skill level ng mga girls, mapapatayo ka at mapapapunta ka sa edge of your seat.
Exactly. At ayun nga, napatayo na din ako because of that hit coming from Celine Marsh. Celine Marsh, Jiland, how about this girl? Defending really well at the backside of Dasmarinas, and right now she's in front. Ang taas ng porsyento here for Dasmarinas, as meanwhile here for Dumasig to Servidad! Wow!
Grabe. All I can say is at the end of this match, no matter which way the wind goes, give Celine Marsh her laurels.
Oh, I like that. I like that, Jiland.
That's solid talaga. She really was so intentional with that block, really putting her hands there, saying no.
Oh,
Do not pass.
And right now, well, Binyan, they really need to do something. You don't want to put your efforts of winning the 2 sets first here contra Dasma.
We are seeing that leadership from Vanja Alinsug na kanina pa natin pinupuri. And for good reason.
Laika Tudlasan. Oh, Laika has been dogged. Celine Marsh. Laika Tudlasan asking for it. Dasmarinas cheering here as they score another point.
So far in the set, it's Dasmarinas who has been dominating sa blocking department natin.
This is a timely timeout here for Binyan. Let's listen in.
I-backwick mo siya. Tang dito ka bababa. Pagdating dito ka bababa. Ngayon ang mangyari, backwick, i-X mo siya rito. Tapos dito kaya paluin mo lang. Cover sa spiker. Okay.
Well, again, for Coach Obet dito, you cannot deny. I mean, of course, a specific play, you will, as a viewer, you will wait how will the girls execute that specific play coming from Coach Obet. But of course, you cannot question the skills. I mean, ako, hands down na ako sa skills ng dalawang kumpunan na to. What I'm after is who will have the toughest heart. Yung kaliw sa dibdib hanggang dulo. Will it be Dasma or will it be Binyan? As Vance Alinsug sa likod.
That back row attack from Vanja Alinsug. I think from her approach pa lang, there was no question. She was going to make that hit and it was going to be a powerful one.
You know, Jiland, I will not mind if ever in umabot tayo na 6, 7, 8 sets with the quality of volleyball that we are witnessing right now here between Binyan and Dasma. As Natasha Bombita, reverse set. This will be now a chance and opportunity here for Dasmarinas as Lamina reloading it to Celine Marsh. Why not?
I think ito yung hinahanap natin ng mga nakaraang sets from Dasmarinas. Yung tipong pag-activate na sabay-sabay nitong mga girls on
Oo.
court. And right now, itong Dasmarinas has very good momentum. A lot of their players stepping up. And parang they're really just in sync with
Yeah.
each other.
And right now, change court tayo dito. They have the luxury here of leading by 6 points here for Dasmarinas. That's halfway through of maintaining their unblemished record here in the MPVA.
We're seeing on the screens yung mga players who have really contributed so much to this game in all areas.
Strong serve here. Strong serve, strong denial here for Celine Marsh.
What a monster block from Celine Marsh. Grabe nga. She has been dominating dyan sa front line ever since nalagay siya dyan.
Evangeline so continues to serve. Dasmarinas on the verge of closing out and winning this match against Binyan.
But of course, Binyan is going to try and hold on, going to see kung sino nga ba yung makapagbigay ng spark that might just clinch them that win
Oo.
today.
Celine Marsh, I mean, not only very good at digging, pati reception dito ni Celine at yung atake, on point talaga.
I think Celine has been flawless in her hitting in this set.
Oh yeah, oh yes. Since the fourth set, I guess.
Yes.
The latter part of the fourth set, she's been really very steady. Reception, digging, grabe. I mean, Celine Marsh stopping the scoring here for both offense and defense.
And considering na sabi pa ni Coach Reg na of course these girls have fatigue from playing so many matches. Di halata!
Di halata. But here for Binyan, said it's not yet over as Tira-Tira score another point here for Binyan.
Tira-tira, was that just wonderful?
Celine Marsh will try. Masyadong mababa.
Binati natin eh.
Pinati na commentators jinx.
Yun nga, and that was a hit into the net. Pero, of course, credit din natin yung blockers ng Binyan because that error was due to yung nakita niya na may nakaabang. And unconsciously, nag-adjust siya dun eh.
Oo. But the game is still not over. I mean, Gilan, this could still be anybody's game. Apat na lang kailangan habulin dito ng Binyan rather. Dasmarinas just 5 more points. I mean, the story could actually mag-favor pa dito sa Binyan. But let's see, papayag dito ang Dasma as Bombita.
But wow, can we talk about the setting of Liams Lamina? That was definitely not an easy ball to set. Napaka-tight na sa net. Pero she made it work and she really served it on a silver platter for Bombita to bring home.
Exactly.
Natasha rather.
Oh, Natasha. At walang blockers doon. Natasha Bombita has the luxury of spiking that ball without any blockers.
Tira-tira trying her best there to rack up some points for their team. Pero that set was just a bit too low for her to work.
And here comes Natasha Bombita. Just 3 more points again to maintain their immaculate record here in the MP base. Laika Tudlasan has been quiet here in the 5th set. Dumasig pupuntan. Tira-tira. Chilan, name every volleyball department. Celine Marsh will be there. Blocking, serving, attacking, digging, receive. Kulang na lang setting eh. Di ba?
You can see just how alert Celine Marsh was there. She was really already inaabangan yung bola, jumping up. Talagang not a second to waste.
Exactly. Kulang na lang setting tsaka coaching. Joke lang, of course, bibigay natin kay Coach Reg yung coaching. But this time here, 2 more points here for Dasmarinas. Villaflores seen for the first time.
And ang back row attack ni Alinsug. Not a usual thing that we see, pero nag-out siya
Oo.
in that particular rally.
Now it's up with, well, of course, regardless if Laika Tudlasan is at the back, she could still be an option here for offense. But here, Padillon, Villaflores, and Tira-Tira. That will be a match point here for Dasmarinas. Chami Maaya with that long, quick attack.
Just letting that sail into the corner.
Now serving Celine. Match point serving 7.
And that will be outside.
We can forgive Celine Marsh
Oh.
for that error. After all, she has contributed
Exactly,
in this match on
diba?
all aspects. But again, the door is still open
Yes,
for
well,
Binyan.
of course, we're not closing the doors yet here for Binyan.
Now serving Sam Tira-Tira.
Samantha Tira-Tira. Celine Marsh, good first ball. Pupuntan Vance Alinsug. Cafe. Tudlasan. Pupuntan Villaflores. Ball is still alive. Padillon. This could be it. Padillon. Not yet, said Binyan.
Binyan really making good use ng blockers' hands there.
What a match. And you know, I like what I like about Binyan here dito, Gilan. They're smiling. I mean, they're playing as if they are not behind by 6 points.
Nandun pa rin
Five-
yung relaxation
Oh.
nila.
This time, Vance Alinsug. Oh! And Vance Alinsug sending that baby home. Another win, another W here for Dasmarinas Monarch, winning their first 5-set match here in this tournament. Let's watch one more time. Vance Alinsug on that familiar cross-court kill. And again, of course, here, Gilan, there's nothing nothing to be ashamed of. If you're Binyan, you pushed Dasmarinas to a 5-setter match that other team actually failed to do so. I mean, you're the first team to do that.
Definitely, sila nga ang first team to have been able to push itong Dasmarinas rather into a 5-set, getting 2 sets over them. And ngayon, syempre may kita naman natin such a big improvement sa
Oh, yeah.
performance nila kaysa dun sa first meeting. I think even after all of these players can look back and say that they had a good performance
Definitely.
here on court today.
And I like it when you said that there's something to look back. I mean, there's a lot of takeaway that Binyan could actually get here in this match. The lesson of yes, they can. And I'm just so excited in the next matches dito ng Binyan. For sure, they will be a deadly formidable team after this match. Again, that is 15-9. Dasmarinas winning it in 5.
Plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games! with Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
And of course, here, Dasmarinas again winning this match and their first 5-setter match here, and that is with Expense against Binyan Tatakjel Arellano Chiefs, winning this match in 5 sets. You know, a lot of players stood out, Jilan. I mean, I must say, if I could just name all of them as the queen of the court, but only one player really captured our heart really the most.
Again, di na nawala yung pangalan niya sa bibig natin. End of set 4 until the entirety of set 5, and that is no other than Celine Marsh.
And of course, our queen of the court is with our courtside reporter right now, Queen Bacarse. Queen, take it away.
That's right, I am with Celine Marsh, Queen of the Court for this game. Celine, 9 wins para sa Dasmarinas Monarchs. Pero, and again, your team is still unbeaten. Anong tumulong sa team nyo para kumapit despite this high-pressure game?
Sa nilaro po namin ngayon, it was really a test for us na kahit sino man po kalaban, bilog po talaga yung bola. Kailangan po talaga namin maging composed, and hindi po talaga kami dapat mag-relax po sa court. Kasi sa nangyari po kanina, second set, fourth set, or hindi ko na po alam mo ng set po. Pero kasi nag-relax po talaga kami nun, para naging kampante po kami na sa amin na to. Hindi like, we're like waiting for, we're going sa results na, yun po.
Ito, kung meron mang isang moment na medyo kinabahan ka, anong part yun sa laro nyo?
Yung ano po ata, yung hindi na po ako nakakompose nung second set. So, dapat po talaga yung learnings ko po talaga doon. And syempre sa team din po, sa lahat po sa amin na need talaga namin kapitan. Kasi nakikita po talaga if nagiging kampante po sa loob. So, yun po yung learnings ko po.
You learned your lesson, Celine, but still, you've got the win for Dasmarinas Monarchs. Congratulations. Kung meron kang gustong batiin, shout out, now is your time.
Yes. Shout out kay Nang Labs, setter namon. Shout out kay Piti. Okay, and shout out din po sa supporters po namin, and yung supporters, Dasma supporters, and syempre sa family ko po sa Negros, and si Amet po.
Congratulations, Dasmarinas Monarchs and Celine Marsh, our queen of the court. Turning it back to you, Jong and Jalan.
Well, thank you, Queen. Of course, I must say that is a well-earned title here for Celine Marsh. I mean, she's every department. I mean, sabi ko nga sa'yo, for sure, if we'll have the stats, right now, Celine Marsh will be present in most of our departments here, whether scoring or non-scoring department. But again, of course, nothing. If you could just, again, review our powered up plays here. There's really a lot, but here are your Smart powered up play brought to you by Smart Andy 5G. Only 85 pesos for 3 days. Download the Smart app and load now.
Agreed. I think that's what makes Celine Marsh a true champion, true queen of the court. Of course, syempre yung ability na maamin niya that they did have that complacency somewhere in the second set, which led nga to that lax performance nga, yung medyo hindi pag-gel, pag-activate nila. Pero nabawi nga nila, as you have said, and she has been present in all areas of the court. Never once in the match siya natamad mag-defend, mag-block, mag-run up for that spike. And yung consistency niya, in the end, is what helped rally her team to get that grueling 5-set win.
Yes. But of course, here, as usual, of course, Dasmarinas started this match on a very high note. But surprisingly, itong Binyan, during the second and the third set, they came up big time. And for sure, sabi ko nga kanina, itong Binyan, they came here very prepared. Here because they're going against a match of, you know, of the season. And I must say here, during the second and third set, a lot actually played big time. Not only to Dasan, but you've also see Servida, usually not a starter here for Binyan, but right now starting here for Coach Obed and played really well here for Binyan.
Agreed. I think at the start of the match, the big question talaga for Binyan was who was going to step up. And in this match, di man nila nakuha yung panalo, but we did get the answer that we were looking for in the form of Dumasig, in the form of Servidad. And of course, ang ever-reliable nga nila na si Tudlasan. Ano? So, looking back, again, hindi kawalan para sa Binyan itong laro na ito.
Yes, exactly. And during the set for Gilan, just when everybody thought that the immaculate record of Dasmarinas will finally be damaged here in expense of Binyan, but here comes Dasmarinas. I mean, they showed us what they're made of, and they're made of a heart of a champions. And of course, here, sabi ko nga, this match, there's really nothing to be ashamed of. If you were Binyan, I mean, you showed up big time. I mean, you pushed Dasmarinas, the unbeaten team here in this league, to a 5-setter match, and it says a lot not only on your skills, but as well as on your character.
Yun nga, dito nga sa set 5, humarurot na kumbaga itong Dasmarinas. Even early on, na-secure na nila yung lead nila. And from there, they just kept on hitting, they kept on defending, they kept on blocking.
Yes,
also.
exactly. But well, at the end of the day, it is Dasmarinas who came out really victorious here contra the challenger, Binyan. But of course here, not only for Binyan that, you know, the lesson at stake, but also for Dasmarinas to always take your opponent really seriously and to not underestimate your opponent. And again, that is our match, Dasmarinas contra Binyan, 25-16, 25-22, 25-19, 25-13, and finally 15-9, and Dasmarinas winning this match contra Binyan 3-2.
And let's look naman at the summary of our match. Attacks, Dasmarinas dominating there as well as the blocks. Tingnan natin, kita naman natin 11-1 blocks sa aces actually. Binyan was able to edge them out. And sa errors, pareho lang naman silang nagbigayan. Pero again, we have seen that in every set as well, it has been the blocking that has dictated kung sino ang mag-edge out. And even in the end, the blocking dictated who won the entire game.
Well, let's see now on our second match here, Gilan. What will dictate in the match between Marikina Lady Shoemaster and Pasay Lady Voyagers? This is really very interesting as these two team came from a tough losses. Susunod na ang Marikina kontra Pasay sa pagbabalik ng Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association.